Hi lovelies, and welcome to this educational and hopefully inspirational witch vlog. Today we're talking all about energy work in witchcraft. How to feel energy, harvest it, change it, shape it and put it in your spell work. And furthermore, we will learn how to find your inner strength or secret power as a witch. But what is planned for today? First I want to take you on a morning walking meditation through a secret castle garden. Then we will discover tarot or oracle spreads as a way for self-discovery and self-reflection. I want to introduce you to so-called places of power, and we will see how to harvest natural energies for your witchcraft practice. We will talk about tools in witchcraft, namely crystals, and how to use them in order to enhance or evoke certain energies. And last but not least, I want to give you some inspiration how to tap into your secret powers and how to weave your energy and your intention into spell work. Let's start this day off calm and quiet. Take a misty morning walk through these castle gardens. In most witchcraft practices, we often speak about energy. And in that meaning, it's not really a scientific term. Depending on your belief system, your practice in witchcraft, or your general views on how the universe is set together, you might even mean different things by that. I think the most common definition for energy in witchcraft is just to describe a certain feeling, vibe that a person gives off, or an object gives off, or a place gives off. And it can also be used as a descriptor for the energy, for the power or the intent you put into your spell work. So if you're just starting out, it's a good idea to get familiar with the term of energy work or energy in general, and also develop a feeling for sensing those energies, those vibes, those feelings. Oftentimes we don't even take the time to check in with ourselves, to feel our own energy and feel what's going on inside of us and how that affects us in everyday life, how that might cause anxiety and discord, unhappiness. So it's actually a very powerful practice to develop a method on how you can sense your own energy, because once you can sense it, once you know it, you can then also change it. Some people might just need to sit down in a quiet moment with a cup of hot tea. Other people might speak to someone to really have that reflection, to tap into their own feelings. And what I really personally love to do is, if I have time in the morning, to go out in nature and do a mini walking meditation. Try to clear my head of all the tasks and the to-dos and just sense what I'm feeling. Also take in the nature around me, take in the changes in nature, see how it reflects in my own feelings and where they might stem from. The meditation isn't always about sitting still and like trying to clear your mind completely, make it all empty. A meditation can also have a purpose, theme, so to say. Lately I've been really feeling stressed. I've overworked myself a little bit. I have a lot of exciting projects coming up, a lot of things that I haven't shared with you, but I know you will love. But it's time intensive and it's work intensive. So I really took a moment to reflect and I was like, this is enough. I need a little break. I need a day away. Health and fancy, I thought, why not stay a night in a castle? No Wi-Fi, no TV, there's barely cell reception. What I need at the moment to be in my own energy and to restore that balance. Feel the ancientness of this place, feel the history, feel the power.
I went out and tried to cut a pine tree down, fell through the ground like Alice. not a sound. This must be a nest. I got rocks and sticks against my chest. I'm Alice, dear queen of hearts. I'ma grow you white roses so you can learn to be kind. Tell king of hearts to arm all his forces so you can learn to be kind.
Another fun way to feel out current energies in your life in witchcraft is through tarot or oracle spreads and readings. Now again, depending on your belief, you might have different approaches to it. Some see it as divination, as fate, as divine guidance. Other people just see it as a tool to self-reflect and to be given some keywords in order to reflect on, to think about. But regardless from which approach you're coming, there are different spreads for different types of readings that you might find helpful. And I brought my friend here to the castle just to have a little girls trip because we both needed a change of scenery. So today I will do her tarot read on the current energies in her life, and I hope this particular spread also inspires you to feel out what is going on, what the future holds for you, what you should let go of, and what is currently happening that might be holding you back. Well, of course, you could pull tarot cards super uncomplicated and quick. Personally, I enjoy setting the mood as it kind of helps me to get in a different mindset, in an introspective mindset, and also candlelight is just so cozy and pretty. This is a very simple 6-card spread. You can do it with any oracle or tarot card deck, use runes or any other similar divination devices. First card gives insight into a negative energy in your life that might be holding you back. Outside influences, struggles, limiting beliefs or behaviors, and so on. The second card gives you insight into how to get rid of this energy. For example, how you can break pattern, let go of that toxic relationship, stand your ground, and so on and so forth. The third card can be considered a warning of possible obstacles that you might encounter when trying to remove this energy from your life. Just a little heads up on all the misery you have to go through to get to that happy, balanced place. Next row, card number 4 is positive energies in your life. What gives you happiness, success, good choo-choo, and all that jazz. Card number 5 will give you inspiration on how to embrace those energies to your benefit, how to enhance them, house them, or just make the most of them. And the leading cards are the opportunities that might lay ahead and that you should grab by the balls. Look at this cute little juggling lady. And that's your simple current energies in your life spread. So I wanted to take you to the Crystal Museum because this area is also very rich in natural minerals. And I remember this place from my childhood, and it's so beautiful, and it has a lot of the healing potentials of the crystals and just a ton of information. And I read the opening hours wrong and it's closed today. So change of plans. But look how cute is this. It has like a little tower next to it with like poison ivy growing up, and it's called the Witch's Kitchen, and they sell all kinds of homemade jams and like herbs and like mulled wine and stuff. Of course they're closed too because I can't read the internet. I'm not as sporty as I used to be. So So instead of hanging with the crystals, we decided to torture ourselves with some physical exercise and light hill climbing to the Temple of Nature. Now, while you may enjoy the videography of the colorful autumn foliage shot for you under great personal suffering and strain, here are a few thoughts on tools in witchcraft for energy work. Some tools like crystals and herbs in witchcraft are said to have their own power. Most of these correspondences stem from the sympathetic magic approach of the medieval ages practiced in monasteries and cloisters and are not supported by modern science. They are said to be able to give off a certain energy to aid your spell work. Personally, being a skeptic witch, I believe they can definitely do magic if you believe in them. Never underestimate the power of a great placebo. Other tools are there to simply direct energy while not having their own magical powers. For example, magic wands. I shall be doing a more in-depth video on the topic soon and leave you some relating content linked. Do you say coming of age? Is that a thing? Okay. Now, I originally left Germany when I was coming of age and I lived in 1,000,001 countries. But for me, coming back home, especially coming back to an environment where you can just feel that home energy, is so valuable. For me, that environment means the River Danube, a lot of leafy forests, chalk hills, and the historic areas of the Celts and the Romans. Where I'm taking you today is a place that I visited often as a child, as a teenager later on, every time I went back home and I had things to mull over. So we're visiting a really old flowstone cave. It's called the Schuleloch, and the name basically means like the teaching hole, which is an odd name, but the legend says that the Celtic druids in the area used the cave to teach their students. Now, if that's just a legend or if there is a little bit of truth in that, who knows? They also offer a lot of full moon meditations there. They offer kind of like witchy circles there. They do concerts there. When I was younger, I did participate in a lot of those meditation events, and they just make the cave completely pitch black, so you only hear soft dripping of the stalactites or stalagmite, the things that grow from up to down. I'll tell you later how they're called specifically. Caves for me just have this very old, deep kind of energy, like you feel the pulse of nature, like the beating heart of nature. And when I was... Shh! You're ruining the scene! Back in the times, they offered shelter to people, to animals. They were also often used as ritual spots, and I just feel a very deep connection to, especially growing up in an area that has so many chalk hills, so many of those old caves. It's a great place for earthing. It is an awesome place to really feel the natural energies. Boo. And just like that, I'm back home. My camera died and I didn't bring a charger. Because additionally to being disorganized, I'm also forgetful. Anyway, the entire point of this spiel was to just show you examples of how you can find places out in nature that carry a certain energy that help you balance out your own energy, that will help you center and ground to very, very fundamental skills in witchcraft practice. But of course, even if you're not the biggest nature lover or you live in a city, you definitely can find those places of power in your area too. It doesn't have to be ancient caves and old trees. It can be your favorite coffee shop. It can be your room. It can be a place in your own head. I link you my video on urban witchcraft, city witchcraft up top. Now let's recap this introduction to energy work. It's important to sense your own energy. It's great to have tools like meditation, tarot, oracle spreads. Tools can be a valuable addition to channel, enhance, chart discharge your energy into your spell work, but are not a necessity. The energy of different locations can help you ground, center, recharge, relax, or balance out your own energies. And now to the big question: how can you find your special power, your secret power as a witch? Obviously, this is my personal take on it, but what I find is that if you do something that feeds in your energy, that elevates your vibrations, that make you feel good. Like something maybe that you're good at, so it gives you that success feeling, or something that comes very natural to you, that you don't have to work for, that you don't have to force. Something that feeds your soul and that helps you actually be in your own energy, in your good feelings. And you can really think out of the box here. Witchcraft is not all about crystals and herbs and occult. Witchcraft lies in very mundane little tasks. Maybe your secret power is to be an empathic listener, or you really enjoy making music, painting art. It could be that you're very sharp in observing or noticing things that other people don't. Maybe you really blossom if you do home decor, or you enjoy, you guessed it, it is a shameless plug for some kitchen witchery, baking and cooking. Take that skill and make that your spell work, because chances are, if it already comes easy to you, it's much easier to focus your energy, your power on channeling your intent into that specific task, into that specific thing. I really enjoy where I blossom and where I really get excited about is kitchen witchery. Simple, the fact of cooking or baking for other people. When I'm doing that, I'm super relaxed, I get super happy. It really doesn't cost me any energy. It more elevates my good feelings, so I'm already in a great energetic state of working my magic. And from on that point, it's very easy to then set my intentions, stir them into dough, into soups, into whatever, and fuel my baked goods or my cooking with love or harmony or some calming vibes, healing vibes. I absolutely adore folklore and history behind certain plants and ingredients, so I love to research that, come up with my own recipes, and my recipes are my spell work. That's a big part of how I do my witchcraft. People enjoy what I cook, they get happy, it's a win-win situation for everyone. So I would consider that my secret witch power. I would love to know how you work your spell work. If you have certain skills that make it very easy to let the magic flow from out of you into that. In future videos, I certainly will deep dive more into certain aspects of energy work in witchcraft, but I hope this was a nice little introduction and that it helped you out for your own witchiness and magic. Have the most wonderful day, and I see you soon. Goodbye.